There was a man named Professor Fordley, and while hunting, he heard there was an accident. What happened was the victim, Marshall, was out during camp and didn't return. It was 9 p.m., so his friend Butler went to go find him. He says that there were no stars and no moon, so it was very dark. He was pretty worried because he knew that him and Marshall were about 5 miles away from anything. So he put more wood on the fire and left. While looking, he was going up a slope, and in that moment, he saw a pair of eyes shining out to him in the dark. He called twice, heard nothing, so he fired, assuming that it was a mountain lion. However, after inspection, he realized it was Marshall. When he approached, he used a match to see, but the gunshot didn't kill him. So, Butler carried his friend's body to camp. He then walked to the nearest house to report the accident and called for help. A few more details. When Butler found his friend, they're about a quarter mile away from the house. Moreover, Butler's right hand is damaged. He says that when he shoots, he can use either hand. On closer inspection, the gun used was European made, and according to Butler, was fairly new. Based on this, Professor Fordley deduces that Butler intentionally shot his friend. So, how does he know this? Let's speculate. On its surface, his story seems pretty concrete. I'm assuming the devil's in the details, meaning that whatever gives him away, contradiction. And there are many details here. I think my immediate guess has to do with his hand. His hand was damaged and bandaged up. It only says bandaged, so I'm not sure how exactly it looks. But depending on how bandaged it is, some actions could be impossible for him. For example, he says that he used a match to see in the dark. But a match usually takes two hands. I guess not necessarily. He could use one hand if he's very skilled. And again, maybe his damaged hand could still technically hold the matchbox. So that I'm not sure. There are a few others. For instance, there seems to be a large focus on distance. So originally, his friends said that in their camp, they're about 5 miles away from anything. And when he found his friend, they're about a quarter mile away. On its surface, I don't really see anything wrong with this, so I don't think it's that. We could use what Professor Fordney asked about right before he accused him, that being the gun. The gun was European made and was new. There might be something about the way European guns are made that makes his story impossible. From what I understand, European guns are not just made for right-handed people, so it can't be that. Maybe it's a darkness thing. There were no stars or no moon, so it's very dark. And Butler says that he saw someone looking at him in the distance. Maybe the clue is, how could he shoot someone in the dark? Even then, I'm not sure, because A, he had his friend's eyes to see where they were, and B, he didn't actually kill him at all. Like, the shot was not good, it only grazed him. It is pretty hard to tell, but my guess is his hand gives it away. Like I said, it could be possible that he lit the match with both hands, even though one was damaged, but it would be hard to do. But even still, I'm not completely satisfied with this. I think I'm just missing something, like a crucial detail. I am honestly so unsure here. I could look at the answer, but actually, I do want to figure it out by myself. Okay, I'm not sure. I think that's my guess. He couldn't light a match with a broken hand. Okay, let's see the answer here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, so I was wrong. Here's the answer. Butler said that the animal's eyes were shining. However, if it was dark, starless, and moonless, then how could an animal's eyes shine? There's no light for the eyes to shine on. And by that logic, Butler must be lying. So yeah, I was wrong. I did think that some animals could shine in the dark, but I googled it, and apparently, what we call eye shine only happens when when it has moonlight or a flashlight in its eyes. So I did not get this one. But did you? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Peace.